Hi. So I was looking all around for a swimming pool for my daughter because it's been super hot here in North Dakota. I know, even in the summer, it actually gets hot. It was like 96 degrees and like 90% humidity the other day. But I looked online and I could not find a swimming pool anywhere. I looked on Target, I looked on Fleet Farm and Lowe's, and Amazon was like a month out to deliver. So I figured let's build her one from scratch. So we have this hill in our backyard, and I figured, I've put a water slide down this thing for a couple of years, and it's been pretty amazing. So I went in, I started digging it out, and using my sawmill, I'm going to set some posts, and let's see if we can get this thing done in the next couple of days. It'll be fun. Alrighty, so it's day 2 of my pool build, and I've gone ahead and I've set a number of posts. They're at 10 feet apart. So the overall pool is going to be about 10 by 20. And I went ahead and I burned the ends of them to help them protect a little bit from moisture and preserve the ends of them when they're in the ground so they don't rot away. It's an old technique used by a lot of old farmers, and even in ancient Japan. I think it's called shao sheng bang. That they'll even do charred siding and charred roofing, and it'll last like 80 years. At least that's the research I've seen online. But yeah, it'll be 10 by 20. We have the water slide going up into it. So I think what I'm going to do now is go ahead and put some 4 by 4 posts in between them. That way it'll withstand the water pressure, because I do want it to be about 3 feet deep. So on to digging more holes. Oh boy, sometimes you run into these tree roots with these little rocks, and with this old time auger, it gets a little challenging. I think I might want to trade it in for a good old fashioned post hole digger. Sometimes this thing's great and sometimes it ain't. Well, I've almost got this first wall done. Got about 5 feet left on it, and of paneling, and then I'll wrap it in some plastic, some 30mm plastic sheeting that I've got for to protect foundation walls from moisture. I happen to have 200 feet of that sitting around, so we'll wrap that as soon as this is done. But the wall feels solid, and I like how it's coming out so far. So the astute sawyer out there might realize and be wondering why in the world I've got some vice grips clamping off my lubricant. And that's because that little valve got stuck recently, and I got tired of messing with it, and it was cutting just fine without lubricant, and it got stuck open, so it was getting too much lubricant, and my blade kept jumping off. So in the spirit of not messing with it anymore, I clamped it off so I could actually get some work done. So anyway, any of the astute sawyers out there, that's why I've got vice grips on my lubricant. So I've gotten almost half of the wall done, and this is going to hold up the liner for the swimming pool. One of the things I discovered when using these live edge slabs that I cut off the sawmill is that if I actually overlap the end grain to it where the tree turns down, and then the other part complements it, it'll help close it in a little bit, and I won't have such big of gaps. These are all slabs I cut from my sawmill from different projects, and had laying around. I figured I would use them maybe for a pig pen or something, but figured they'd work well for sides of a swimming pool as well. Next, I just need to fill in behind this wall so I can start shaping up my swimming pool. So day 4 of the swimming pool build. Hopefully today or tomorrow I can get some water coming in. So on the back side of this, I've used some leftover political signs to act as a vapor barrier between the ground that I'm going to fill in right here and the boards from the swimming pool. Hopefully that'll slow down any rot or deterioration of the wood, at least prematurely, and prolong the life a little bit. Oops. Let's try not to go so deep, huh? There we go.
You'd want it.
All right, we finally put the walls up, we put our protections in, we put a ground tarp. Now it's finally time to set the pool liner, also known as a heavy duty tarp. See how it works. Well, after 5 days of blood, sweat, and tears, there goes nothing. I think this is going to be a while. I think I'll just hold it right here until it's done. I'll see you in a couple of days.